This video is made possible by Squarespace. To get your free trial or 10% off of your website or domain, head to squarespace.com/Shelbizleee. Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube. I really hope that the audio is not bad for you guys. I've had so many issues with this mic, the audio of this mic, but now I'm in a house that doesn't have carpet. It's all wood down here and there's not a ton of stuff on the walls yet. I don't know if there will be a ton of stuff on the walls at any point, so tell me how this audio is sounding in the comments before we get started. Let me know if it sounds okay or if it doesn't, for your liking and that sort of thing. Anyway, welcome to the first kind of sit-down video, if you will, talking head video, if you will, in my living area of the house. I wanted to talk about today some things I've talked myself out of buying, which has been a lot of things lately, to be honest with you, but some of them are really boring, like home improvement type stuff, so that's no fun. But I rounded up a handful of things that I really wanted to give an in-depth explanation as to why I talked myself out of buying something. So it goes from something that I really wanted, but I was able to rationalize it, overthink it, think through it in general, and end up not purchasing that item. And the reason I make these videos, I always say this, is because I do believe that hyper-consumerism is one of the biggest contributors to environmental harm that is happening in the world today. I think behind big oil and then animal agriculture, the next biggest thing that we can do to reduce our environmental footprint is to just consume less and buy less things in general, because every single thing you buy has such a massive footprint on this earth, from where they were mined, to how they were transported, to how it was manufactured, to how it was shipped again, to its end of life cycle. It's a huge thing, every single thing we purchase. And so, yeah, I just like to make these videos to help you guys rationalize how to talk yourselves out of buying more things. But oftentimes I talk myself out of buying things just for the means of A, saving money, or B, being more of a minimalist, and that's the first thing I'm going to talk about today. I didn't talk myself out of it because of means of like creating a demand for it, because likely I wouldn't have purchased it new, I would have purchased it secondhand, and I might still do it someday. All the things in these videos are tentative, obviously, but the first thing I'm going to talk about today is a dining room table. If you're new here, or if you didn't already know and you couldn't already tell, I'm in a new place, not my old little apartment. I am in a home, which I own, which is so crazy to say. I still am like really pumped about it and couldn't be more grateful for the space that we have. But we're actually currently standing in my dining room area. You know, I realized upon going to look at furniture for this dining room that I've lived years without a dining room table. And so why do I think that now all of a sudden, just because I have space for one, I need one? I don't know, it's like this weird thing, right? Like you move into the house and everybody has all their inputs on, oh, don't take up this counter space with whatever because you're gonna need it for that, or oh, don't use the garage for your car because you'll need to put stuff in there. I mean, I've had all kinds of input from my family telling me what I do and don't need, and the dining room table is definitely one of the ones that they think I'm crazy for not buying. But if I've been able to get through literally all of college and then 3 years after college without a dining room table, why do I all of a sudden need one? That might sound a little crazy. That's like, is that taking minimalism to an extreme? You will have to let me know. Honestly, I just hosted Easter in this house a couple weekends ago. Somehow we got by without a dining room table. And whenever you guys do see my house tour, give me some time, it's coming, but you'll see just how much open space and open light there is, and I really enjoy that. I don't want to fill up the space of the dining room table that I don't need, because we have a bar, and we also have, I don't know if you guys remember my coffee table that lifts up into like a dining type table. All of those things combined just make me feel like I don't need a dining room table. And I might change my mind eventually if I do end up hosting more family events, but honestly, we live pretty far from the rest of my family, and I don't think this is ever going to be the real central meeting spot. We can make do for the events that may take place here. Yeah, that's the first thing I talked myself out of buying, a dining room table. Let me know if you guys think I'm crazy on that. If you do or don't own a dining room table, let me know. And also, I always love your comments on these videos. I love reading them of things you guys have talked yourself out of buying. So if there's something you recently talked yourself out of buying, feel free to let me know in the comments, and let's move on to the next thing I talked myself out of buying. Okay, I cannot be the only one who's talked myself out of buying this over the last few months, and it is 4 Sigmatic. Tippy's jumping back and forth from my fridge to my dining room. Not my dining room table, my kitchen countertop. Anyway, I cannot be the only one who has talked myself out of buying 4 Sigmatic recently. So many of my favorite YouTubers that I watch have been talking about it, and I'm sure their stuff is amazing, but all their stuff comes in little plastic packets. For Sigmatic, if you're watching this, start packaging things in zero waste packaging, and I might talk myself into buying it again. It does seem like more and more companies are listening to the consumer and what they want, so hopefully someone will tell Sigmatic to start making more things without like disposable packaging, and then I could purchase something from you. They used to have, I think it was the Lion's Mane, like I said, that came in like a tin, which I could reuse. Totally would have been down for that, but mostly everything else is in plastic, so that's why I've talked myself out of buying it. I'm not going to speak to the scientific backing of if mushrooms change your life or not, but everything that they make just seems so intriguing, and if nothing else, it seems like sort of a good addition to a self-care ritual. But I've talked myself out of buying it despite how many times people have told me it's amazing because of all the plastic and all of the disposable tea bags and all that kind of stuff. You'll have to let me know if you've been tempted by people talking about Sigmatic. Let me know what you think, if you've tried it, and if you swear by it despite the waste. I would love to know. All right, next thing I talked myself out of buying is Dirty Hippie cosmetic stuff. If you guys know what the brand Dirty Hippie is, they actually package all their stuff in really sustainable packaging. They seem to be a very ethical and sustainable company, and their aesthetic and like their mission kind of thing aligns with me so perfectly. And at Whole Foods, like a month ago maybe, they had a 25% off all beauty sale. Thinking about it now, I'm kind of sad all over again that I didn't pick something up, but I talked myself out of buying it because I felt like I was going to buy something just because it was on sale. And that's one of those things that I try to really not be tempted by, is just to buy things when they're on sale. So I talked myself out of buying stuff from Dirty Hippie specifically. So many other things were on sale at Whole Foods, but Dirty Hippie is a brand that I've specifically been interested in for a while, but I still have so many face oils and face serums left over from other things that I've been trying out. Things from Ecosia that I still have, and love Ecosia. I don't know if I'll ever switch my Ecosia serum. I am obsessed with that stuff, but I have a ton of oils and serums and stuff that I test out here and there for purposes of like telling you guys if they're any good or not. And so I definitely didn't need to purchase anything new during the Whole Foods sale or in general from Dirty Hippie. I don't need to buy any new skincare until I at least work through a lot more of what I already have. And who knows, by the time I work through all the stuff I already have, it'll probably be Christmas and everything will be on sale again, and I won't miss out next time. But do you guys struggle with that, or did you pick up anything from the Whole Foods sale that was happening like a month ago where everything in beauty was 25% off? Would you have been tempted by that and bought it anyway? Let me know. All right, last but not least, things that I've talked myself out of buying, and I might regret it. I'll have to let you know in the future, but it is things to pack for my sister's wedding in Cancun. I have never thought that I would say the words, I am so excited for Cancun to be here and over, because I have been traveling so much. I just want to be home. Like, I own a new home and I just want to be here. I just want to be here and do all these home improvement projects, beautify the home. I want to kind of nest my space, but I have not had the time. And also, a lot of people are giving me crap about flying, but I'm not going to apologize for going to my sister's wedding. I'm just not going to say sorry about that. Regardless, I've talked myself out of buying things for the Cancun trip. So different dresses that I thought I might buy for Cancun, and then I thought, but will I ever wear them again? I don't know. I'm so torn. I'm literally going to be in Cancun as you're watching this, so feel free to let me know what you would have done. I am gonna probably go to the couple thrift stores this weekend and see if I can't find some things secondhand that are in good enough condition that after I wear them, I can sell them on my Poshmark, and then they will still be given another life. But I'm just so nervous to buy something specifically for a trip and then it end up as waste because no one else wants it after I use it. I'm really nervous about doing that. I don't know why. That's like the only thing that gives me anxiety, is buying something for a situation and then not being able to, like, for it to be repurposed. I've kind of gotten over all other eco anxiety, but that's one of the things that I really can't get past. And I know the people that I would normally borrow clothes from, like my sister and my mom and my cousin, they're all going to Cancun with me. So if they had any dresses that I could borrow for all the nice-ish dinners that we'll have to go to in Cancun, they're probably gonna be wearing them there too. So they can't give me any. So yeah, I'm super nervous about that. And at this point, I have talked myself out of buying extra swimsuits for Cancun and any sort of clothing specifically for the Cancun trip. And I'm pretty nervous about that. I'm really scared that I'm going to like get to the resort, which by the way, I hate traveling resorts. This is gonna be my first time doing it on a big scale like this. I normally like to travel like a local. It's gonna be very interesting to see me in a resort. Regardless, I'm really nervous that we're gonna get to the resort and I'm gonna realize that I didn't have nearly enough swimsuits, nearly enough nice outfits for dinners, nearly enough like clothing to wear during the time that I'm there. So I might make a last minute trip to the thrift store this weekend and see if I can't find anything that I think would work. If I had planned better, if I had let go of kind of that anxiety around buying something that might not get reused, could have looked on Poshmark, could have looked on ThredUp, my normal situation that I do, but I just got so nervous about it that I didn't do that, and I kind of regret it, but I'd love to hear what you guys would have done in my situation. I don't know, that's just one of the areas I can't let go of, like being nervous that something won't be able to be reused. So love to hear your advice in the comment section, but that's all the things that I've talked myself out of buying in the last month since I made my last video, and I would love to hear some ideas of the things that you guys have talked yourself out of buying. I'd love it if you keep a list on your phone, and then every time I upload one of these videos, you could leave me your list in the comments. It's really helpful, I think, to make a list of things that you want also. This is like a whole nother video topic, but I think it's really helpful to make a list of the things that you do want and that you did talk yourself out of buying, because in the moment when you're trying to purchase something or decide if you're gonna purchase something, if you can just tell yourself, hold on, let me put it on a list, and then if I still need it in the future, I can go back and get it. That has helped me talk myself out of buying so many things, just having a list. I can't even tell you. And yeah, that's a whole video topic, how to stop shopping. Thumbs the video up if you want to see that, or let me know in the comments, or it's probably gonna come anyway. Don't you love when YouTubers say, like, let me know if you want to see that, and then I'll make it? But like, I'm probably gonna make it anyway, just being honest, because I think it'll be a helpful video. But if you want to see that, you can of course let me know. Any comments are always appreciated. My favorite thing to do is read my Instagram DMs and my YouTube comments. So definitely leave me one in the comment section. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye, guys. I wanted to take this time to give a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video without interfering with any of the content. They're an awesome all-in-one platform where you can go and build a website, blog, or even an online store. They have super beautiful templates that are really easy to customize and are always automatically made mobile friendly. They also offer award-winning customer service 24 hours a day, which if you have ever built a website, you know that is super, super crucial and very helpful. So don't forget to check them out, because there are so many amazing eco-conscious websites you could create. Just one I think up off the top of my head are your favorite like eco-conscious clothing brands, but I'd love to hear your ideas. So think outside the box. If you're into creating a website, make sure you head to squarespace.com/Shelbizleee to get your 10% off today.